Amanda Kramer, you're part of the BrexitLawNI, Northern Ireland research group, and you've been carrying out studies about the impact of Brexit with many groups across Northern Ireland. Who have you been speaking to and what have you found out?
Well, we've been traveling around Northern Ireland and holding town hall meetings. So we've held 6 across different communities in the region. We've also been holding interviews with key officials and experts in different areas. And we've been holding stakeholder meetings as well with various different organizations, NGOs, human rights groups. And I think there's a general sense from people that there's a lot of fear around what Brexit means. We're seeing already that a lot of groups are experiencing negative impacts from Brexit. So as we presented today, just to provide one example, there has been a lot of fear and concern within the migrant groups, within people of ethnic minority backgrounds, that they're already experiencing increasing racial profiling in relation to migration, that they have increased fear, that there's been increases in race hate crime, and kind of less willingness to report those incidents to the police. So just to provide one very small example, that a lot of what we're hearing is quite negative and people are quite concerned. There's a lot of implications for women, there's implications for people particularly in rural and border communities, and a lot of people are very scared about what this is going to mean for the peace process.
Do you think there is a danger of a return to violence in Northern Ireland?
What our research has shown is that there is somewhat of a threat of an increase in violence in Northern Ireland from both communities in relation to dissident Republican paramilitary groups as well as loyalist paramilitaries for different reasons. So the dissident Republicans that we've interviewed have essentially said that Brexit has been a godsend for them. It has helped them to recruit new people. It's kind of helped to fan the flames and get people that they necessarily wouldn't have had interest in joining these groups before. So I think having this focus on Brexit and this feeling amongst Republican community more generally that they're not being included, that their wishes aren't being heard, that they don't want to leave the EU, and this is just another thing on the list of impositions that the UK has made on this community, that has been a great mobilizing tool for them. They've also expressed willingness to return to violence, particularly if there is any kind of infrastructure on the border. So for example, if there's any kind of technology that's placed on the border, they've vowed to destroy it. If there's any kind of policing that would take place, they are likely to target the police officers that would be engaging in that kind of policing of the border. On the opposite side as well, within the loyalist groups, we've heard that there is also potential increase in violence on that side. The factors would be quite different. This is more in relation to the renewed kind of argument around Irish unification. So if there's been this kind of broader discussion that's reemerged since Brexit in particular of the potential to reunite the north and south of Ireland, and the Loyalist group has come out in opposition to this and has vowed to return to violence if there's any kind of signal that Northern Ireland would be moving in that kind of a direction.